Did you know that Anchorage, Alaska is experiencing a significant boost in multifamily housing construction thanks to new tax breaks and a pause on certain design rules? It's an exciting development for the city. Welcome to the Multifamily Real Estate Insights podcast. I'm your host, Sandy MacKay. Let's get right to it. In Anchorage, developers and municipal officials are crediting recent tax breaks and a moratorium on specific design rules for large multifamily projects, with setting the stage for a substantial increase in apartment construction. This effort, led by the mayor's office and the Anchorage Assembly, aims to address the city's long-standing shortage in housing construction, which has contributed to rising rent and home prices. According to a recent update from municipal planners, Anchorage permitted 146 residential units in the first 6 months of this year for projects with 4 or more units. This marks a considerable rise from the previous year, which saw only 79 units permitted in the same category. The growth in permits is helping boost overall residential construction, including single-family homes, triplexes, and duplexes. Projects currently on the books include a townhome complex in the Sand Lake neighborhood and a Cook Inlet Housing Authority project in Midtown. Nolan Clauda, policy director for Mayor Suzanne LaFrance, highlighted that the city had been in a housing production drought for several years. Facing high costs and other challenges, developers have mostly focused on high-end luxury homes or federally subsidized housing. However, the new tax break and moratorium are enabling projects that fill the middle market space that many residents can afford. Developer Sean Debenham is utilizing these tools to advance the Raspberry Townhomes, a $19 million, 58-unit project in Sand Lake at Northwood Street and Raspberry Road. Debenham stated, "The way I look at it, these two tools enabled a project that didn't pencil to now pencil and be able to move forward." The Anchorage Assembly has taken several steps over the past 3 years to loosen development rules, promoting more housing construction. LaFrance has set a citywide goal of building 1,000 new and rehabilitated residential units annually over the next decade. As of July, 263 residential units had been permitted, compared to 300 for all of last year. In February, the Assembly approved a 3-year pause on many city design rules for large multifamily housing, and in April, it passed a new ordinance providing a 20-year tax break for projects with 8 or more units, exempting the building, but not the land. Some community councils have expressed concerns that these changes could alter neighborhood character by increasing density. However, the Rabbit Creek Community Council has called the tax break a positive step in the right direction. Debenham estimates that only about 100 market-rate apartments have been built in Anchorage in the last 20 years, with half of those developed by him at the residences at Northwood. The Raspberry Townhomes, designed to be attractive even without meeting all previous design standards, will offer features like heated garages and smart home technologies and are expected to be available for rent in 2027. The Anchorage Community Development Authority's involvement in projects like the Block 96 Flats apartments in downtown highlights the public-private efforts to increase housing availability. The design moratorium allows developers more flexibility in aesthetics, helping projects like the Cook Inlet Housing Authority's Baxter Housing Project to break ground sooner and save costs. The efforts to boost multifamily housing in Anchorage are seen as a necessary step to address the city's housing shortage. While changes take time to manifest fully, the signs are promising, and the collaboration between builders, city leaders, and planning departments is a positive development. In Cleburne, Texas, Founders Development Company has revealed plans for an ambitious multifamily project known as RailRoad Lofts. This development is a key component of the master plan for the Railhead Addition and is now officially open for investment. Private capital opportunities are available for qualified partners, making this a promising venture for those looking to invest in multifamily real estate. RailRoad Lofts is strategically located adjacent to the well-known La Moderna Field, home of the Cleburne Railroaders minor league baseball team. The project's prime access to major transportation routes, including U.S. Highway 67, State Highway 171, and the Chisholm Trail Parkway, adds to its appeal. This mixed-use development will ultimately feature townhomes, build-to-rent homes, retail spaces, restaurants, a hotel, and a medical center, making it one of the most ambitious developments in Cleburne's history. Kerry Clark, the developer and founder of Founders Development Company, expressed enthusiasm about the project, stating, "This project checks every box: growth corridor, entitlement-ready land, high-demand multifamily housing, and a mixed-use vision that builds real community." After evaluating numerous opportunities, Clark found this project to be exceptional, from land to demand price, rent growth potential, and location. It's a remarkable opportunity for investors looking for a substantial, sustainable, and transformational project. RailRoad Lofts will offer a thoughtfully curated mix of 1, 2, and 3-bedroom floor plans, along with a suite of high-end amenities designed for modern urban living. Residents will enjoy a luxury clubhouse with a full kitchen and coffee bar, a resident lounge and business center with conference rooms, a full-service fitness facility, and a resort-style swimming pool with outdoor cooking stations. Additionally, the development will feature crushed granite walking trails lit with festoon lighting, leading to an adjacent entertainment district. For those concerned about parking and sustainability, the project will provide options for surface parking, covered carports, and enclosed garages, along with on-site electric vehicle charging stations. The development is being financed through a 40-year fixed-rate loan from the Department of Housing and Urban Development, a coveted financial tool in multifamily real estate. Approximately $57 million will be funded through HUD, with an additional $13 million open to private investors as limited partners. This development represents a significant opportunity for investors and a transformative project for the community. With its strategic location, comprehensive amenities, and sustainable design, RailRoad Lofts is set to be a standout addition to Cleburne's real estate landscape. Now let's move on to an important topic affecting landlords and tenants in Ottawa, Ontario. As reported by the CBC, Ottawa Centre Member of Provincial Parliament Catherine McKenney is preparing to introduce a motion that would require landlords to ensure renters have access to air conditioning. This initiative aims to cap apartment temperatures at 26 degrees Celsius, addressing concerns about tenant health during extreme heat events. The Eastern Ontario Landlord Organization, represented by John Dickey, has expressed that while landlords are prepared to do their part, they will need support for potentially expensive and time-consuming upgrades. Dickey emphasized that the responsibility for tenant safety should be shared by society at large, not just building owners. He highlighted the need for retrofitting programs that could help landlords make necessary adjustments while also promoting energy efficiency. Statistics. Canada has pointed out the severe impact of extreme heat events, which have resulted in 670 more deaths than usual across Canada's largest cities between 2000 and 2020. However, Ontario does not currently track heat-related deaths, which adds complexity to the issue. Advocates argue that more robust tracking and support systems are needed to protect vulnerable populations, particularly seniors and low-income residents who are most at risk. Jacqueline Wilson from the Canadian Environmental Law Association supports the notion that all levels of government should provide funding to assist landlords in meeting these new requirements swiftly and sustainably. She noted that while some programs exist, more targeted efforts are necessary to support buildings with low-income tenants. Hassan Yusuf from the Association of Community Organizations for Reform, now in Ottawa, believes that landlords should collaborate with government efforts to ensure costs are not unfairly transferred to renters. While there is a perception that landlords are inherently wealthy, John Dickey cautions that many face financial challenges, particularly when dealing with older buildings or properties under rent control. The proposal by MPP McKenney is part of a broader discussion on how to balance tenant safety with the financial realities facing landlords. It's clear that any legislative changes will require careful consideration and collaboration between landlords, tenants, and government entities to ensure a fair and effective solution. Thank you for listening to the Multifamily Real Estate Insights podcast. I'm your host, Sandy MacKay. See you on the next one.